And hi, lovies. How are you guys on this lovely Saturday evening? Or whenever you end up watching. It's a timeless reading, so whenever you see this message is when you're meant to receive it. But hello and welcome to the channel. This is Michelle here at Like Mantra Tarot. If you don't know already, now you know. So yeah. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you've been rocking with me for a little while and you already are, you know, up to date on all my shenanigans, welcome back. And I appreciate the support. Um, yeah, so with all that said, like I said, I hope you guys are well. We're gonna do just a general collective reading, just to kind of see what's going on in the energy, what people need to know at this time, so on and so forth. Yeah, very straightforward message, nothing too crazy, but we'll see what comes up. I've already cleansed the space and cleansed my energy, and now we're just gonna dive in and just see what's going on with you guys. I will say, hit that subscribe button. That will be greatly appreciated, and that like button as well in particular. If you end up watching during the live, leave some comments. Even if you watch after, leave some comments if there's certain parts of the message that resonated with you, so on and so forth. All that good stuff, all that jazz. Yeah, so we're gonna get started. Like I said, I'm shuffling this deck. We're gonna use to start out. We're gonna use the energy oracle deck. I love these cards because literally you can use it for anything, and it's just a great deck to use for this type of reading. It picks up on love, it picks up on money, it picks up on where you are in your spiritual journey. It picks up on literally anything that you need to see. It will pick up on it. So that's what I like about this deck. So anyway, let's see. We have first chakra, Archangel Michael. So it's giving me that that root chakra is really important right now. Hey Monica, how are you, love? How are you on this lovely Saturday evening? I'm hoping that you're well. Yeah, so I'm seeing that for some of us who end up tuning into this video. Got a burp, excuse me. Okay, excuse me, at least it wasn't a loud one. I'm picking up on an energy of, feeling grounded or working on feeling grounded. I'm okay. I would say I'm pretty good overall. It's like my body's tired because it was a rough week at work. So today is technically my only day off, but I'm about to be on break. So, but generally speaking, my Saturday is my only day. So I spent a lot of time just resting. I was going to clean and stuff. I was like, you know what? You have a whole week off from school, from work. How about you use that time to clean and stuff and focus on, a little bit of self today? So that's what I chose to do. All right, Spirit. So what else does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to know at this time for their highest good? Clearest and most accurate messages, please, and thank you. Thank you. That flew out. All right. So I'm getting something about energy work. Yeah, keep the reactions coming in too, because that helps me know that I'm connecting with you guys. So fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. So I'm getting that a lot of you guys are either in the process of working on some energy work or need to do some energy work with this this card here. That's the heart chakra. So that card tends to show up a lot. I think a lot of us are still working, and I'm gonna say us because I'm kind of in there. Working on the heart space, working on, wow, that one is going. It was so quiet a little while ago. Now I start the reading and poof, there we go. My girl. Hi, baby cakes. How are you, girl? My girl Delilah's Den, aka Allie. that's my soul sister, my soulmate. I call her my soulie because she's just amazing person. You know what, bitch? As soon as your ass steps in, fucking when to go doing stuff, it's you. The calm before the storm. Let me stop. No, no, but her presence though, like she do not play. When she step in the room, you know she there. Tiny but mighty. That one. All right, so what we got here? We have like I said, it's giving me energy work, guys. Some energy work is being worked on right now and needs to continue to be done. We have second chakra archangel Ariel. I love you too, love. My girl, my girl. All right, so I'm getting that, that second chakra, which is about your sacral chakra. That's, your reproductive organs, creativity, creative sparks, and energy. It's giving me that, you guys are also working on that. Don't know if for some of you is underdeveloped or overly developed. Take it as it resonates. So for me, it's probably underdeveloped because I might be oversharing by saying this, but I overshare in here all the time. It's entertainment and engagement. Um, I joke about it all the time, but I haven't had any action in just over 2 years by choice. And, I was like questioning myself, and I even did like research the other day. I was like, have I lost my libido? I'm getting older, so I'm like, okay, have I lost my libido? Like, because I don't think about it much anymore. Like a little, I was a little horn dog at one point. I'm just gonna be honest. I was, with whomever I was dealing with, but like, girl, because I'm sure most of y'all are women who end up watching this. Mm. I just heard "Freak a Leak" earlier by P.D. Pablo, and I kind of busted open a little bit, and I was like, okay, you're not that person anymore, or are you? It's still in there, it's dormant. But I'm just saying, because we talk about chakras, and we always think about like, oh, it's not active at all, or it's overactive, or whatever. It depends on your situation. For me, it's underdeveloped. For some of you, it might be overdeveloped, or it could be that you actually are working on balancing it out. And it might not even be about sex at all. It could be about, again, creativity, right? So maybe you have some creative sparks, and you're like, okay, well, by balancing that chakra, I know I'm adding humor because I always do that, but like, for some of you, it could be more about, you have this like creative spark within you, and you're working on it, where it needs to be something worked on so that you can really enhance your ability to create. Take it as it resonates. Everybody's situation is going to be different on that. I just threw in my tidbit because that's me. I tend to, like I said, overshare on this channel. If you don't like it, then this will not be your channel, and that's perfectly okay. There's a lot of great readers who don't do that. So we have Goddess of the Moon. So really just honing in on your intuition. I'm getting very intuitive. My ears started buzzing like crazy when I said that. You're very intuitive, and you're listening to yourself. You're listening to your intuition. Really honing in on that. Even though it's not here yet, I'm gonna be shocked if it shows up. Third eye and or crown chakra might pop up, because I do feel like there's a lot of energy work being done here right now for a lot of you guys. The buzzing is going again. So I'm definitely hitting the nail on the head there. I'm also getting that for some of you, you're kind of like, if there's any fears and reservations and stuff because of stuff from your past, I feel like that's kind of being lifted and alleviated. I'm getting that it could be about love, because I do have the angel of love on the bottom of the deck, but it's in the reverse. So I feel like, you're just really trying to hone in on your intuition, but don't become hype. I just got a message. Don't become hyper vigilant, because with that first card that we got, which was the about the heart chakra, like if you allow your fears to be the thing that kind of get you a little bit wonky about welcoming love back into your life, or being able to be free about giving of yourself in a positive way, of course, not to the point of depletion, but understanding. That's why the discernment and intuition is important. um Knowing the connections to foster, knowing the connections to pour into, so on and so forth. Don't let your fear be something that becomes a deterrent, because you can miss out on good opportunities with good people that way. And not just in terms of love, but in general, right? Friendships, like you might start meeting people in your life where it's like, wow, this person is like super cool, but I don't know about them. And it's like, and it's okay to have reservations. You should, you know you should. When you've been through a lot, you definitely should. But at the same time, don't allow that to be the thing that holds you back too much. So don't be hyper vigilant is what I'm kind of getting. So I read the comments. I have my glasses on, so I can't fucking see. Yeah, and girl, I'm gonna tell you, like, I've been seeing a lot of posts and stuff about people like doing celibacy. I follow somebody, or I'm friends with somebody on Facebook, and it's a man, and he's married, and he's practicing celibacy with his wife. I'm like, how does that make sense? But that's their business, right? But I guess it's like kind of like a test to themselves to see how long they can go, and just focus on like their own personal vessel, which I think is pretty cool. It's different. I don't think I've ever really heard of people doing that. Usually people are always like, oh yeah, I'm celibate because I'm just focusing on myself. But if you're already married, and like, why? But again, I'm guessing maybe it's something like focusing on the whole body spiritually. Right, it is interesting. Like their own vessels, and they're all doing like their own thing. Like they're both, I should say, not all. They are both doing their own like different things. Like he's into like meditation, hiking, and stuff, and then she's doing her sirens in the background. She's doing her own, spiritual thing too, but they don't they don't clash. I think that's very, very cool, and it's different because a lot of people would say, you ain't giving it up, whether you're the dude or the girl, don't matter. Like, you ain't giving it up. You just want to get cheated on. But apparently that's like something they wanted to do together and to see how it goes. So when they finally get back down to their business, I'm sure that's gonna be some great stuff after all that time of craving each other. And yeah, it's quite interesting. I think they're doing like a month challenge with each other or something like that. But it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool, I will say that. And they're both like trying to learn to like, I think she's still like a vegetarian, but he's a vegan. So like, they're working on like things incrementally together. And I think that's really cool. It's different. You don't see that too often. Yeah, it's definitely different and cool. I feel like they respect each other's individuality, right? They're their own separate person within the connection, but then they still are a united front with all of their kids and things like that. They have a set of twins, and they have two other kids. So I think they have a total of 4, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, hey, they're happy. They're doing their own thing. Tell us more. Okay, we've got 2 here. Interesting. It's interesting because there's 2 different. There's a male energy and a female energy, and they came out together. So it's giving me a lack of cohesion because they're 2 different energies. So we have the thinking man, which is the same thing as like the King of Swords, and then we have woman holding a heart, which is like the Queen of Cups, and they came out together. So possibly we'll dig a little deeper on that, but I'm kind of getting that maybe one of you guys within a connection were like really overpouring off your love and energy into the relationship or connection, and the other person was more methodical. Like they were always like up here all the time. They might have even played like mind games and stuff like that. Take it as it resonates, because I want to see a little bit more about that. We have Angel of Strength, that's in the reverse on the bottom of the deck. It's giving me like, this person really, like, I just heard Weak by SWV. You got me weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. Like, this is how this person made you feel. But the thing is, like, they played a lot of okay, yeah, that's what it is. They played a lot of like mind games, that tugged at your heartstrings. So for a lot of you, this is gonna definitely be related to love. And it makes a lot of sense with that heart chakra card that came out earlier. So that solar plexus needs a little bit of work. Um, this energy of, trying to find that inner confidence, which makes sense because with that card on the bottom, they literally line up with each other. That's giving me like, basically the strength card, and it's in the reverse. So this person made you feel very weak and vulnerable, and you had to figure out how to find a sense of strength within yourself in order to move past this. Um, all those fears and reservations that you had to put it to the side to move on. Yeah, because this person was deceptive, but you saw it for what it was. There we go. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmations. You saw things for what it really was, and you realized that this person was playing a lot of mind games, and you were like, yeah, I'm good on that. I'm not going to play this game with you. Like, I'm better than this. I know that there's somebody out there who is going to actually be there for me the way that I'm going to be there for them. And this is kind of what prompted this a little bit. And then we have Healer of the Ages on the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, so there's like this sense of like healing happening at the same time too. Wow. Carrying connections on the top of the deck. I had started to shuffle and I stopped. And those were the cards that were there. All right, tell us more. What else does the collective need to know at this time? Thank you. So much freaking energy work, guys. This is what you guys are working on. So now we officially have on the main spread, first chakra, Archangel Michael, which I already explained what that's about. That's about the root chakra. That's about getting grounded. That's about finding a sense of comfort and security within yourself and within your circumstances. For a long time, a lot of you guys might have felt unsafe, especially emotionally. And it's like, you dealt with whatever the situation was, and now you're trying to figure out, okay, so how do I work on building my confidence again? And not only building my confidence, but keeping my heart space open to, be able to receive and give love. It's hard because it's like, once you've been through a lot and you start closing off, it's like, oh boy, I don't feel safe, right? It's like a child like going like this in a corner. I actually literally saw like somebody going like this. I don't know if any of you guys were in a physically abusive relationship. I hope that's not the case, but I'm picking up that could be it. Or, you saw things as a child that you shouldn't have seen with that type of stuff. So this is stuff that's it's giving kind of like past, trauma from childhood. Take it as it resonates. Everybody's situation is going to be different. Some of you might not even experience anything like that at all, but it's just simply saying that, you dealt with somebody who was like manipulative emotionally and stuff, and now you're just trying to figure out how to feel safe within connections again. Take it as it resonates, because we do have the Angel of Love here again, but it's in the reverse. So I'm getting, for a lot of you, is about love. We have hostilities here, but it's in the reverse on the top of the deck. So it's like giving me the sense of like you're trying to get away from the drama. And, perhaps like in past relationships and connections, you dealt with a lot of just drama, deceit, just, you name it, it was happening. And you're just like, you know what? I don't want to keep doing this. This is not the energy I'm trying to be stuck in. So that's why that first chakra is so important, because that's all about getting, like I said, grounded, right? Getting connected within yourself, getting connected to earth. Maybe spending time outdoors will be beneficial to you. This has been an energy for a while now. Even when I use different decks, it's something that pops up a lot, that root chakra. What else? But the thing is, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, they see the effort, right? We have cornucopia here in the middle of the deck. Things are about to balance out, right? So, you're going to reap all of the good karmas that you basically have earned after all of that effort that you've put into the things that weren't the best for you. And with that 11 being there, it's definitely giving me like karma, right? You're going to start receiving your dharma after the karmic lessons and things that you had to endure. Closing out those old cycles. Tell us more. Let's get one or two more from here. If this is resonating, hit the like button or keep sending your reactions, comment in the comment section, whatever you feel comfortable with. It just lets me know. I just saw 20:02 on the timer. It just lets me know if I'm connecting with you guys and it resonates. All right, so we have the thinking woman here. Some of you might have air in your chart, or it could just be saying that you guys are in this place right now of doing a lot of heavy, heavy thinking as you do this self-reflection. You know, after this period of having to work on, got this card here 3 times now, the angel of strength, right? That period of feeling weak and vulnerable and just feeling like, goodness gracious, like I don't know when things are going to get better, right? And it's hard. It's really hard. And I do feel like you guys have been through that. Like, I'm just looking at the numbers now too, like, you know, that um 47 is that 11 energy. We literally just saw that, you know, these new beginnings. You're figuring out, how do I go about putting myself in a position in which it lines up with my core values and where I'm trying to go in my life. I'm moving on in my life and I want things to feel balanced. I want to feel happy. I want this, I want that, you know. And I'm looking at this card, you know, there's a book here in her hand and there's a butterfly. It's like, you know, you've done a lot of internal work to get to where you're going, right? That butterfly almost looks like it flew off the page. You know, that book is your life, you know, looking back on and analyzing everything you've dealt with, you know, so you could have this new beginning in life, because it does come up to 11, which is about new beginnings after closing out those old cycles. And then, you know, the number here is 50, comes out to be 5. And 5 is all about change. You know, you guys made a lot of different steps, or took a lot of different steps in a different direction. We have rest and rejuvenation here. This guy's literally like meditating on the card. So it's like, you know, it's giving me the sense of, remember I was saying you guys are probably doing a lot of energy work, you know, with all these chakra cards coming up. A lot of chakra cards showed up, about 4 of them, I want to say. And you know, that's the energy you're in. You're working on yourself. You're promoting self-love, self-care for yourself at this time. I know it's a little bit of a redundancy, but you know, bear with me. I think you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah, and it was after this, you know, revelation about the deception that you've encountered, right? This is in the middle of the deck, so it's here more than once. One more card from this deck, and then we're gonna turn it over to another deck, and then we'll pull some tarot. Thank you. Healer of the Ages, yeah. And again, we got that sense of balance, right? Because now we have 51 in here, adds up to 6, which is all about balance. 6 is the number of balance. So, you know, even when you look at like how this figure's hands are like out, you know, it's giving me like what you will see, like even though like the number 11 is not on here or anything, it's just giving me that vibe, like, you know, weighing everything out. You know, how do I weigh it out? And that's a part of the healing process. And if you look also, like you can see like there's this illumination coming from his chest area, aka the heart chakra. He's like, honestly, like he's done so much work, this figure here. Like I'm even looking at like the top, like his forehead and his crown are illuminated too. So it's just like he's illuminated. This person is illuminated in so many different ways, and that's your energy. Like you're becoming awakened and enlightened during this part of the healing journey and balancing it out. Thank you, Spirit, for more confirmation. Yin and yang. We have the number 22 on there. Love that number. I see it a lot. We have victory here. And interestingly enough, again, now we have, because I do pay attention to the numbers. So I'll show you the card, but it's, you know, the sense of victory, right? After ending these cycles. And the reason why I'm saying ending cycles is because the number on here is 28, adds up to 10, which is about closure. It's about the ending of something. So, you know, we see we've seen 10, we've seen 11 more than once. So it's like, you know, you really have closed out this old cycle with completion and victory. And the thing is, it's going to allow you to welcome in these relationships, these caring connections in your life. And the number here is 14 adds up to the 5. So another card representing change, looking at how you view relationships in a different way is what I'm kind of getting. I think, you know, honestly, I'm picking up on like a karmic lesson that needed to be learned in order for you guys to be able to get to that point. You know, going through those lessons that had to be closed out in order to, my apologies, I'm trying to pick up a deck of cards off the floor, and then of course, like, because I have hardwood floors, one of them was like stick there. It's really annoying because I don't have it in the box. But anywho, like, yeah, it's giving me that vibe, you know, this energy of, you know, I had to go through X, Y, and Z to understand what it is that I want when it comes to a positive, healthy connection. So I'm definitely picking up on a lot of this having to do with fostering positive, happy connections in your life and understanding what that actually looks like. So cheers to that. I think that's important. I think that, you know, we all deserve that, especially those of you who are watching, because based on the energy here currently, you know, you guys have been through a lot already. And it's like now it's just a matter of, okay, well, I've done the inner work, or at least I'm working on it. What does that mean for me? Do I start to receive and see like what it is that I've been wanting? But I also pick up on the vibe that some of you guys are still a little bit emotionally closed off. So if your heart space still needs some work, and or is still closed off, then it's gonna make it very difficult, right, to welcome love back into your life. So you gotta keep all these things in mind, because they go in, you know, can't talk. I was about to say they coincide with each other / they go hand in hand with each other. I was trying to say both of those things in the same sentence. Obviously that wasn't gonna work. But I hope that what I'm saying so far makes sense. But yeah, so I'm gonna shuffle one more time, and then we'll see what this deck has to say. Thank you. Changing. Another 5. Look at that. You can't make this shit up even if you wanted to. At this time, this situation is in, as something falls on the floor. Nice. It was a deck that just fell on the floor. Nice. At this time, the situation is in a state of flux. Anything could happen. And the number is 5. So I just talked about the importance of 5 a second ago, and now we got that energy here again. So now I'm gonna pull a few cards from here, and I'll pull some tarot. And like I said, I hope you guys are resonating. I hope that you're enjoying the reading so far. I do have a tendency to kind of ramble, so I do apologize. I am my dad's daughter for sure. I joke about that on my channel all the time. I'm like, you know, we call it like just the Fernandez way of doing things. Like if I ask my son a question, he never has a direct answer, and I'm like, you're Fernandez, bro. And I'm like, Michael. And he's like, what? I'm like, you're giving a Fernandez answer. And he just cracks up. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, Mama was trying so hard to give a direct answer. I'm like, it's okay, son. I do the same shit. But we go around in circles until we get to the full point. And it's like, oh, gosh. But apparently a lot of you guys actually enjoy it because you keep coming back. So welcome. And I love y'all. All right. So, Spirit, tell the collective a little bit more about what they need to know here. What else is going on? So we have crack shot. So that's about, I'm not going to read the whole card. It's like just so much reading, so much stuff on here. But I'll try to, you know, get the points that seem to match up with what we've seen so far. I'm getting this energy of you guys being a lot more just straightforward with what it is that you want. I'm getting something about the, even though it's not here like in the main spread, like that throat chakra being very, it literally says sharp tongue here, clear cut. Like I'm just reading the, the energy. And it's giving me this energy of individuals who are a lot quicker. And ironically enough, the number on here is 3. There's 3 people in the room right now. So it's like, you know, it's giving me this energy of folks who are very quick to just, I'm getting witty. I'm getting like, you guys, if you ever had problem with speaking your mind before, I feel like that person is kind of like, null and void. Like you guys are like, nah, what I'm gonna say is what I'm gonna say. Y'all gonna hear my piece. Like there's no more of that shit. Which is interesting because like that thinking woman, she's quick on her toes too, right? She's quick to say what the hell's on her mind. And that might have been a part of your healing journey, this person who needed to learn how to be more vocal and speak her mind a bit. Kind of getting that energy. Tell us more. What else does the collective need to know? Blue. Almost fell on the table. So we have fine print. And this is about really like paying attention to detail and reading between the lines. That's that thinking woman energy. Really being analytical and not letting little nuances get past you anymore. You're paying close attention to the things that you see, the things that you hear. You're not blinded to it anymore. Like if there were things that used to kind of go over your head or go past you, not anymore. You are, and that came with this healing. You've been learning. I just heard some sirens outside again. Golly, every time I read, I swear to God, if it's not a siren, then it's a car alarm going off outside. That or my ears just buzz like crazy. But that and sneezing and burping. Like I said, for those of you who've been watching, y'all know. If you know, you know. But yeah, so I'm getting kind of that energy too. Just paying really close attention. What we got? We have water carrier. So this is somebody who's very balanced. This is basically the equivalent of like the star card in the tarot deck. So someone who's just like super caring and generous, balanced, trying to find a sense of calmness, right? This is your energy right now. This is where you are in your life. You're just trying to figure it out. You're like, you know what? I've had the tough life for too long. It's time to be like in my more nurturing and like my, like, everybody's been talking on like social media and stuff, like my soft life and all this stuff. Like that's where you're trying to be. Like you're working on your healing. You're like, who wants to be struggling all the fucking time? That's just not fun. Like what the hell? Why would anybody choose to just struggle all the time? That's crazy, right? Crazy talk. So it's like, yes, exactly. The soft girl era. Exactly. Like, I think a lot of us, and I'm going to say women because, like, I feel like most of the people who watch my channel are women. So it's like, I'm just going to say it. Like, a lot of us, we had to, like, try to balance both sides of ourselves for so long that a lot of times that masculine side was kind of, taking precedence over our feminine side. We're trying to balance that shit out. We're trying to make connections with people who actually make us feel safe enough. Remember, we talked about feeling safe. Feel safe enough where we can let our guard down and feel like this person is going to make me feel secure. This person is going to, now granted, you should have security within yourself. What I'm saying is, when it comes to romantic connections, you should feel safe. You should feel like this person has your best interest. You should feel like you don't have to be hyper vigilant all the time, right? We should feel like, yes, this person actually brings that sense of balance to my life where I don't feel like I have to do it all by myself anymore. We're counterparts, right? That's what I'm picking up on here. Let's get maybe 2 more from here. I hope that made sense. I just lost a couple of viewers, so I don't know. But I don't know if that meant that they didn't resonate with that and they were like, yeah, this bitch don't know what she's talking about. I don't know. But it's fine. As long as the message reaches the right people, that's all that matters. So let's get like 2 more from here. But like I said, for those of you who are here, definitely let me know when it resonates and stuff, because it just lets me know, like, if you're connecting with the reading, so I can make sure that I'm doing my job. You know what I mean? That's what I'm here for. I want to make sure that, you get something out of this reading. All right, so we have map. Like I said, I'm not gonna like sit here and read the whole card, but what I do see here is getting Aries energy, possibly for some. Um, you guys are in that process of doing a lot of, you know, hey girl, hey. Look at my cat. She knows you nosy. Why are you always in the window though? So we have map here. And my girl Lati is in the building. What's up, girl? What's up, girl? Hey, better late than never. I'm just happy that your presence is here, because all you guys are amazing and important to me. And ironically enough, as you walk in, or not walking, but you step into the scene. Now we got 3 people here, and the number here is 3. So I'm just saying. And I know how you love your numerology, just like I do. You're a little more knowledgeable than me, but yeah. So again, you guys are doing like, it's like this sense of like unknown territory, right? It's giving me like 3 of Wands energy, stepping into this new aspect of who you're becoming, and you're really learning this new person, right? Just looking at things from a new perspective, trying to pick up on these new things that you might not have ever really picked up on before. And that's a beautiful energy to be in. I just realized I missed a couple of messages. Sorry guys. Let's see. Oh, I love that quote, Monica. I love that. I love that quote. Actually, I'm not familiar with that quote, but that one was a good one. Rand, don't start your nonsense. All day. All fucking day. She wants to go outside. I'm like, you're not going outside. She's in heat. And I'm just like, girl, just stop. She hears her little boo thing that she could only see through the window. And they're just like touching paws in the window pane. They're not actually doing that. I'm just being funny. But like, I wish I could go outside. I wish you could come outside too, honey. And it's like, no, I ain't raising no babies. But anyway, the card that came out with the map card is it says still. And the number is 9, and it's Taurus energy. And it's giving me like, again, I'm not gonna read everything on here. I'm just gonna, read it intuitively. It's giving me the sense of you guys are fine-tuning who you are, and it makes sense because it came out with that map card. Like, as you work on this sense of self-discovery. Hey queen, hey, look at all my girls coming in here. Where my girls at? From the front, the back. And if you're feeling that, for everyone here enough, can you repeat that? All right, that's enough. But look at, no, seriously, y'all just like came trickling in like I love y'all. But anyways, but yeah, you guys have really just been like filtering out the bullshit, and you're like, you know what, I'm working on myself. And and the thing is, I'm getting like with this Taurus energy, like y'all stubborn about it, and that's good. Be stubborn about yourself. Y'all should be, right? You're fine-tuning yourself, you're figuring out where you're at, and you're doing your own fucking thing, and nobody else's opinion should matter right now, because you're balancing yourself out, you're nurturing yourself. Fuck anyone and their fucking opinion if it doesn't line up with what the hell you want. Okay? Hey, Queen J, look at this. I'm just loving, like, when I'm seeing these faith, I won't say faces, I can't really see you guys, but you know what I mean. These names that I know, I'm just like, y'all are amazing, and I'm just so happy that you guys are here, because you guys are so great. And I love reading for y'all, and yeah, so we're gonna keep on trucking, right? We're gonna keep on trucking. So we have we have yacht, It's like Gemini energy. Okay, okay. This is about, coming into, remember we were just talking about your soft girl era. You guys are coming into, you know, fuck the bullshit. I'm moving into a life of luxury and abundance and self-care, self-love. Like by loving up on yourself, you're showing, this is the thing. You guys are like working on showing other people around you, including the people that you date, hey, this is like, you see how I treat me? Can you keep up? Can you handle it? Can you handle it if I go there, baby, with you? Right? Like, can you handle it? Because, and it's not about the finances either. It's just about everything. Because, like, people, because the dudes will automatically be like, oh, y'all just some gold diggers. No, 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 no. We're not gold diggers. We just know that we've been digging way too fucking low and below ourselves for so long, trying to shine up a fucking pebble. These dust bunnies, like we talked about the other night, right, ladies? Like we dealt the dust bunnies already. Like we polishing ourselves up. We coming in with a whole like we nigga. Oh, what do you bring to the table? No, we are the fucking table, and the chairs with it and everything on top. What do you bring to this house? To this foundation, okay? Like we're not we ain't what we're, no, 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 no. Little dust bunnies are no longer welcome. And that's what this soft girl, I'm gonna have to rename this video. Like I'm gonna be like, no more dust bunnies allowed or some bullshit. I don't know. I'm be on my shenanigans. But you know what I mean? Like this is a new era, right? And it's like, come on now. Come on. We ain't playing around. Let's get one more from this deck and then we'll pull from tarot. I'm just happy that you guys are here because that lets me know that y'all resonate. And yes, look at that, because y'all moving on. I just heard Maya, I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Moving on. I'll be moving on. I used to do that little dance with those stupid big ass the big ass moon boots. Because I was in like 8th grade when that song came out. But yeah. Yeah, so this is like giving me like 6 of Swords energy. Moving on, right? From the crusty dusties, exactly. No more crusty dusties. they are all done. Yes, because guess what? That communication is closed the fuck off. With telephone here in the bottom of the deck on the reverse, baby. Y'all not playing. Like y'all not coming. We're like, yo, look, you broke me. I took all those pieces and I made something bigger and more beautiful than what you ever can take from me. More 5 energy here too, by the way. After all the misfortune, hardship, and pain, all the grief, you built yourselves back up, and this is what you're working on. And this is why that heart chakra, it needs work, but it's only because of the fact that you've been through so much already. So it's like, okay, I've been through all this shit. Why the fuck will I welcome somebody into my space and my energy who's just gonna disturb it? I get it, because I'm there too. I'm like, all these guys who want to take me out on dates, I'm like, nigga, please. I hate saying the N-word because I'm like, I don't know who's going to actually end up watching this. I'm like, they're going to end up instantly not wanting to watch. They're going to be like, yep, I will not subscribe to this girl. But anyway, whatever. It is what it is. So I say that to say. But no, seriously, like, Negro, please. Like, all in my DMs and all that shit. But what do you bring to the table? Or to this whole foundation that I've already laid? Like can you enhance what I've got? If not, you gotta skedaddle, bro, and move stage motherfucking left, because there's other bros out there who are actual kings and shit who are gonna treat me so well. I'm gonna say me, we, all of that. They're gonna treat us well, and they're gonna show us what we deserve. Now, guys who end up watching this, remember, switch the roles if needed, right? Because it could be the other way. Like you're waiting for your queen who's gonna come in and do her due diligence, and not these little peasant pick me bitches out here who don't do anything. You know what I mean? They're good for laying on their back, and that's about it, right? So the guys, I'm sure, go through the same fucking thing. I get it, right? And I just saw 444 across the whole thing just now. So yeah, I mean, it goes both ways. Women, when we're amongst ourselves, we have these conversations, but I'm pretty sure there might be at least one guy who ends up watching this and be like, well, what about us? And oh yeah, your message is in here too. It's not just about the women, right? It's about the collective, and men go through the same shit too. And exactly, 444. And you know, the message is still the same. You know, you're waiting for the right encounter, the right person who you can build with. There's too many dusties out here that we gotta push off to the side, right? As we're growing and expanding. Yep. And the thing is, there's like this sense of closure coming in with this checkered flag. There's this sense of getting ready to see results, right? Seeing things finally closing out. And the thing is, I just heard, for those of you who are, oh, Spirit, you guys are funny. SpongeBob fans, winner takes all, that shit. Yeah, it's funny that, I just kind of picked up on that message, but some of you might think SpongeBob. It's a pretty funny show, and I just heard a sweet, sweet victory. That sense of closure after all of the stuff that's taken place. And oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Ren, stop it. Yeah, go in the cat house. Have your time. She's in the other room right now. I can see her eyes glowing and looking at me. Like, cut the shit. Just go in the little house and have fun. You're not going outside, so stop being fast. All right, so I split the deck. And we have the Fool, right? Taking a leap of faith, going into a new direction in life, right? And for a lot of us, I'll say us, a lot of it is about relationships with the Hierophant here, and also aside from actual relationships and marriages and stuff like that, also giving me this sense of, reevaluating your value systems, right? The things that you thought, and your traditions as well, like the things that you thought were important to you, reevaluating those things because you've been doing a lot of deep diving and deep thinking, seeing things differently, right? So I'm getting that, and I'm seeing a lot of major arcana energy in general in this reading, or at least feeling it and picking up on it. Ooh. Is that an invite to a date? Please tell a little bit more. If you feel comfortable, of course. I get date offers all the time, and I'm just like, yeah, no. The thing is a lot of people from my Facebook, and they're local, and I'm like, I heard about you. Or I see the energy you be on Facebook and shit, and I'm like, you gotta make sure you present yourself a certain way, for me to even be interested. Because if you're good, girl, good, go out on that date and let us know how it goes the next time we convene. But yeah, a lot of those guys, I've seen them flirt with other chicks and stuff, and I'm just like, and there's nothing wrong with flirting, obviously, but if your intentions are to try to get in my drawers, that's not happening. So stop playing with me. But that's how they are, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. So if they're local, absolutely fucking not, unless I can tell that you're different. Ren, stop. Yeah, go lay down somewhere. You could lay down over there, that's fine. I talk to her like a human and she understands me. Sorry. All right, we have 7 of Cups. So there's this sense of making decisions, right? Making decisions, but there's also confusion there. And the thing is, with this particular type of confusion, a lot of it stems from here, the heart space. And because this is a cups card, right? So there's a lot of different things going on, internally, especially when it comes to, your emotional attachments to things and things like that. So it's like, okay, so how do I make this decision? My ear just started ringing. Um, yeah, her name is Ren. Like from Ren and Stimpy, but I know technically Ren is a dog in the show, but it's a whole it's a long story. I'll make it quick. Okay, so when I was little, I had a cat named Ren. That I named Ren, even though I knew that technically Ren is Stimp or the cat is Stimpy, but I didn't like that name, and I wouldn't name my cat Stimpy. So I was like, his name is Ren. So then I get this cat. My brother was like, "Oh, my friend's giving away cats. Do you want one? There's only one more left." I was like, "Sure." It's a boy or a girl? It's a boy. I'm like, I didn't really want a boy cat, but whatever. Fine, fuck it. So I take the cat, and I'm like, wait. And I'm looking at the cat because it's a dilute tortie, and usually tortoiseshell cats are girls, and if they're boys, then they're usually sterile. So I'm like, So like the next day after I brought him home, I looked. I'm like, wait, that's not a penis, that's a vagina. You're a girl, sweet, and that's what I wanted anyway, a girl. So, but I kept her name. But then I ended up finding out later that Ren in Japanese means lotus. Go figure, right? And then like everything comes back full circle. My logo for my company, or not my company, but my brand is a lotus with a heart in the middle, life mantra. So that's my quick little tidbit about that. But yeah, she's amazing. I love my cat. She's crazy as shit. But she's like my daughter, like she's literally my daughter, and I talk to her like she's a human. And it's, I'm officially like the cat lady nowadays, but it is what it is. All right, so back to the reading. So we have High Priestess here. That's y'all energy. Y'all are intuitive as fuck, and that intuition is high. Nobody can really get over on you. Like this energy, this in and out energy, this Knight of Wands. Yeah, like I'm very intuitive. You might have been able to come into my energy. Sorry. I'm sorry, I'm fresh. Come into my energy. And fuck up my whole world, but you know what? Not anymore. So that is gone. Like they can't come into your energy trying to cloud your judgments with sex and shit anymore because you're too smart for that. So it's like anybody who tries to be in your energy now, they have to come correct or go the fuck home. Get the fuck on. Aw, that's cute, Luna. That is adorable. That is really adorable. Tell us more. Yeah, I'm definitely a cat person. I like dogs too, but if they're little, I don't like big dogs. It's not that I don't like them. I'm scared of them because I got chased down by a dog and almost bit by one when I was little. So it's more of a phobia thing. It's not that I don't like them. Like if I meet a dog that's big and they're sweet, then I'm okay. But like, it's just more of a phobia thing. Okay. So I'm picking up on a message. Okay. So I'm going to tell you what I'm picking up on. We have the Empress here in the reverse. So I'm going to put it out there. I do feel like that, like a past person who you've already moved on from, the Chariot, they thought, and they kept this shit a secret. Okay. Like they kept this shit a secret. So we got moon energy here more than once. They kept it a secret. But you are too smart for your own fucking good. And I'm pretty sure they kind of hate that about you. But I feel like this person, because this definitely is about a past person. I mean, we've seen the energy already. This is a person who, for most of you, went towards another connection with somebody that they thought they were going to have it all with. It could be an old baby mama. It could be, if it's not a baby mama, it could just be like somebody who they thought they were going to have growth and expansion with. Somebody who they felt had more than what you had to offer, whether it was physically, like when I say physically, I mean sexually. And it probably was like more a sexual connection with that person than anything. I'm also getting like, this is a person who might have been like a pick-me type chick, like just do whatever, like, oh, that's what you want, I'll do it type thing. And it's like you guys had standards and you're like, yeah, no, fucking no. Queen of Swords energy. You're like, yeah, I got a little more sense than I'm not just gonna do all that. Like, fuck out of here. And they walked away, or not even that they walked away from you, but like they were doing bullshit and cheating and lying and scheming and all that, trying to get, you know, with these other people. And you were like, yeah, okay, bet that's what you want to do. That's the energy you want. Okay, that's fine. And you cut their ass off. And this is somebody who you probably haven't spoken to since. For some of y'all, take it as it resonates. But yeah, like they went towards the wrong person and they made a mistake, and now they're like, oh. I fucked up. You know, they thought this was like their divine feminine type shit, and they're like, oh, I fucked up big time. Yeah, you probably did, because you had the energy of the people who are in the collective right now, and they're amazing. And why would you even try your luck? Why would you try your luck, nigga? Two of Pentacles. Why would you go back and forth? You know, you went in the wrong direction. You took a leap of faith in the wrong direction, and now you look like a fucking idiot. You really are a fool. And here you guys are, you know, in your peace and your fucking balance, because you're like, yeah, nah, I'm good. Yep. And you broke that shit off. You allowed that shit to stay that way. You closed out that cycle. You're like, yeah, I'm good. Two of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. You want to go take in leaps of faith in a different direction and start new connections elsewhere and think you're going to come back in my energy? Excuse me? Yeah. Yeah, no thank you. I'm good. Yep, and this is your energy. Standing your fucking ground. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. So I know I'm not bugging. You guys are like, hell the fuck no. You're not coming into my energy and fucking up my groove and my peace that I've worked really hard on. If you don't get your dusty ass up out of here and go with your little dusty ass fucking whoever this bitch is, like, yeah, I'm good. No thank you. You might have rabies or some shit. Scabies. Confirmation. Hear some sirens outside. They might have something down there. Might be a little itchy and scratchy down there. It's the itchy and scratchy show. Yeah, no thank you. Sorry. Fuck, yo, Spirit is funny as shit. It's the itchy and scratchy show. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's probably the funniest shit that I've said on my channel so far. That was fucking funny. I'm sorry. Oh god damn, that was funny as shit. Whew. You keep your little crabs or whatever you got, your herpes or whatever you got. Let it burn, gotta let it burn. Don't bring that shit over here. No, thank you. Yep. You wanna go spreading your wild oats all over the place and whatever? Okay. Now look at you, itchy and scratchy. Lay down with dogs, you're gonna get fleas. All right. Yeah, and this bitch is broke. The bitch is broke on top of that. So you got a broke bitch who's giving you STDs. Unforgettable. Y'all remember? Oh shit. Y'all remember those old videos? I think this is like at least 10 years ago. But that dude, he would like just go off on a whole spiel, and at the end he'll just look at the camera and say, "Unforgettable." That shit, fucking funny. That's this bitch that your old person decided to go towards. Okay, well that's your business. Don't come back with your rabies and whatever the fuck else you got going on, itchy and scratchy. No, thank you. Let's get one or two more from here. Thank you. Now I'm not gonna lie, like there might have been a sense of, you know, disappointment and broken heart, you know, feelings and all that bullshit. But y'all like, yeah, no, I'm good. You know, you worked past that, or you're working on it because you found your sunshine, your happiness. You know, I'm also getting that things were illuminated. That might cause that feeling of heartbreak. Like if you found out, like let's say they were cheating and lying and all that, scheming, conniving, and they went towards somebody else, and you found out that shit wasn't fun. It hurt, but at the same time, you're like, yeah, it's all right. I learned what I needed to learn about who you are, and this is the energy you're in now. The sun, right? You're in your happiness. You're working on yourself, success, and motherfucking victory. We saw that earlier. Thank you, Spirit. yeah, you guys are, in your success and victory era. You're like, you know what? I've been through a lot, but you know what? There is no freaking testimony without a trial, and you've been through it. You've seen it all. You're like, you know what? I could write a motherfucking book about the shit I've been through and this transformation that I've gone through, right? So, yeah, that's the because of that breakup, that ending, right? With the Two of Cups here. And then the way that the deck split like this, I have to read it the way that it came out. So I will do that. We got the Nine of Swords that kind of came out with it. Like it was like, the deck kind of split on its own like this. So I was like, okay, I'll take it. Nine of Swords in the middle of the deck as well. Kind of talking about that Two of Cups. And then what's this? Ah, yes, you got. There's a lot of was sliding. Slide. Five of Wands, right? Underneath that Two of Cups in the reverse, like there was a lot of conflict, and you decided to get yourself out of that shit. You were like, I'm not gonna keep staying in my head and thinking about this shit, losing sleep, anxiety, and all this. Like for what? For somebody who doesn't bring to the table what you know I bring to the table. Like, why am I gonna keep putting myself through this? Why am I gonna keep doing that to myself? It doesn't make sense, right? So it's like you guys got to the point where you're like, yeah, I'm good on that. No, thank you. Which I can dig it, because it's like, for what? Why would you keep putting yourself through the bullshit just to, you know what? I was trying to figure out what I wanted to read from, and I just looked at my altar because I got so many cards just like everywhere. I'm just like, oh my god. I was like, what am I gonna read from next? I got it. I'm gonna read from, because you guys are some beautiful, beautiful people, and you're on your queen shit. So I'm gonna read from here. The African Goddess deck. And even if you're not African, it's fine. I'm technically not African. I have African ancestry though, and I'm very proud of it. So I love this deck. So we're gonna learn from the African goddesses and see what they have to say. We're gonna see what they gotta say. So I'll shuffle a couple more times, and then we'll see. And like I said, thank you for rocking with me and my shenanigans, because you guys, y'all really be, holding the sister down, all right? I'll be like, yo, she crazy as shit, but I like her. I'm like, I love you guys too, all right? All right, so look at that for some more confirmation, right? We have feeling safe. The number on here is 4, and there's 4 people in here, so that message is very important right now. So going back to that energy I was talking about earlier about that, that base chakra, feeling safe, feeling secure. This is one of the most important things right now that, Spirit wants you to understand. They want you to recognize you are safe within yourself and within the confinement of yourself, your body, all that stuff. You have a lot more control over these circumstances than you think. Don't let anybody come in and disturb your fucking peace, and that starts within self. If you start, outsourcing all of these things, like your self-love and all that, and you have to feel like your value comes from other people, that's when you're going to start bumping into problems. So I'm speaking as somebody who can resonate with that, because I've been there. When you are safe and comfortable in your own energy, nobody can take that away from you. Nobody. So like, the more that you focus on self and where you currently are, I can promise you this. There's a lot of things I can't promise or guarantee, but I can promise you this. When you learn how to be safe and secure within yourself, not because of other people and what people tell you, you feel beautiful on your own accord. You're not letting other people define beauty for you. Those beauty standards, things like that. That's when you feel like this. And guess what? That's when you're going to start welcoming in and fostering the most healthy connections in your life. You're not going to have to worry about, how another person makes you feel, and like, it's okay for a person to enhance what you already have, and create a safe haven that makes you feel stronger. It's kind of like that Neo and Fabulous song, I'm a movement by myself, But I'm a force when we're together. I'm good all by myself, but baby, you make me better, right? You want somebody who makes you better. You are already the shit by yourself. You don't need anybody, right? You do it on your own. You have done all of the shit by yourself. All of the healing that you had to go through, to find balance and all that, you've already done that part. You've done it. So anybody who comes into your space right now, whether it's romantically, work related, friends, family, whatever, anybody who's in your life right now or who you welcome into your life in the near future, those are people who need to be enhancing this ability of you feeling safe. There you go. And that's just on the bottom of the deck. So let's get like maybe 3 or 4 from here, and then I think that will be it for the reading. I think that will be it for the reading. Like I said, I hope that for those of you who have been rocking with the video and this reading, I think we had a good time. I think we had some fun. So yeah, we have cosmic power here, and the number on there is 2. So remember I was saying, that sense of feeling safe on your own accord is what's going to help welcome in your divine counterpart, right? This person who's like, you could build a literal like empire with this person. Like you can really trust this person to, be your divine masculine or divine feminine, take it as it resonates. And they're going to bring, to the table this energy of somebody who not only creates a sense of stability and all that, and love and nurture, so on and so forth. But they enhance what you've already brought to the table. That's the whole point. That's what a power couple is, right? It's not somebody who's, a pick-me-ass dude or chick and, a simp and all. Like, no, like, these are people who are strong already by themselves. And then they bring that shit together and they just create something so powerful and amazing together. Yeah, nobody wants to be the one to support nobody on their come up. And like when I say support, what I mean is like you should support your partner. So let me rephrase. Supporting your partner is not a problem, but when you provide the sole support for somebody, come on now. We're in the 21st century. This is not this. We are not our great grandparents and shit like that, where the women weren't working. And, okay, you know what I mean? Like, okay, cool. That was cool for back then. We're in a whole different era, right? Like everybody's working, and a lot of us are career-driven women and all that. We got degrees, all that shit. We could do it by ourselves, but that's why it's that much more important to make sure that we pick partners who also are providers as well, and we bring that shit together, and we do the damn thing. Tell us more, because I feel like this is partly my message too, so I'm gonna say us. When I feel like saying us, I'm gonna say us. We have desire, but it's in the reverse. Wow. All right, so I have some confirmation for something I had mentioned earlier. I said it almost as a joke, but I was serious at the same time. Desire is here on the bottom, or came out. Bottom of the deck, we have Wounded Healer in the reverse. And top of the deck, we have Liberation. So I'm getting like sexual liberation for some. I'm getting sexual liberation for some. But I'm also getting for those of you who like maybe were overly free, if you understand what I'm trying to say. And no judgment at all, because I'm gonna raise my hand on that. For some of us who, and I'm gonna say us, some of us who were, I'm gonna just say it. Some of us might have had a hoe phase. I had one. A lot of us did. And that's part of the reason why I'm kind of where I'm at right now, because I was like in my 20s. I'm almost 40. So like, I went through a lot and I experienced a lot and I did some stupid shit. And I'm like, okay, where I'm at right now, this is me oversharing. Where I'm at right now, I'm like, I look at sex completely differently than I used to, right? And I've freed myself from allowing my sexual impulses to be the thing that dictates no pun intended, dictates some of my decision making. Now I'm, a lot more conscious about my decisions when it comes to who I decide to be physical with, because I desire a true connection now, and it's not just a physical act, it's a spiritual act now. So if I don't feel compatible with a person in that way, I am not giving it up. I am not going to clap these cheeks for nobody. So there will be no cheek clapping over here. And I feel like some of y'all might resonate with that part of this message. And other people, like I said, it's just more like, if there was something that you might have desired that you no longer desire, you've been working on your healing process and you've liberated yourself from that. So again, take it as it resonates. Like I said, I am very honest on this channel, so it might be a little bit much for some, and that's perfectly fine. Find readers who are a little bit more generic, and that's cool. But this channel gets a little bit real, and that's just how I do things around here. Because guess what? It's allowing me to level up, baby. And that's your energy too. You guys are leveling up. You're doing the damn thing. It's giving me like Queen of Pentacles vibes. You're doing what it is that makes you happy, Let's get like maybe 2 or 3 more from here, and then we'll close out. I think I'm gonna go live on my Facebook. If you guys are interested in watching that, you can find me on there. I'll make sure it's public. It's Michelle Renee Fernandez with an S at the end. You can even send a friend request if you want, and I will accept it because I know it will be you guys. So we have celestial alignment. So you guys are technically, this came out in the reverse, so I'm gonna read it as such. But this is talking about, remember I was talking about that energy work earlier. There's still some balance that might be coming into play. So just, no worries, right? With brazen here on the bottom of the deck is giving me, one of the big things here, I'm getting a couple things. I'm getting solar plexus, and I'm also getting throat chakra right now. I'm getting that working on your inner confidence and your inner strength when it comes to really putting yourself out there and being unapologetically yourself is important. And along with that comes the throat chakra, being able to speak your truth and be honest about what it is that you want and who you are, where you're at. I'm getting that energy with that brazen card there, especially because it's kind of clarifying the celestial alignment card. So those might be things in particular that might need a little bit of work. There might be some inner anger too. I'm getting rage here, Medusa. So Queen, you sell jewelry? Okay, you say you made it, but do you sell it? I would definitely buy some off of you. I'm always in the mood for more stones and stuff like that. Okay, so we gotta talk. We gotta talk soon. And I need your contact information so I could buy something off you to show some support. All right, so we have rage here. So there might be like some, unresolved anger and rage, and maybe some resentments and things like that you could probably continue to work on too. That could be one of the things that's causing a blockage, so just keep that in mind as well. Yeah, and then we have pleasure in the middle of the day, giving me the sacral chakra energy again. Yeah, rage came out again officially on the actual spread now, so yeah, officially on the spread. Let's get one more from here, and that will be the end of this reading. You guys are amazing. I'm so happy that you guys tapped in and I got to read your energy, because whenever you guys show up, I'm like, oh, yes, I know this is gonna be a good reading now, because it's like, you guys come in with like this breath of fresh air, the energy that you guys have, working on yourselves and manifesting. Really working on yourselves. I love that because, it lets me know that I'm like really coming into contact with people who, you know, have been through things just like I've been through things, and really, working on yourself and saying, okay, this is my time to shine. I'm doing what I need to do for myself, and I love that. We have scarcity here. Some of you might be, because it came out with manifestation, these came out together. So it's kind of giving me this energy of, one of the things that could also be causing a blockage right now is a lack mindset. So make sure that you're not always focus on what you don't have and focus on what you do have. And that's like, I just saw like a video today and I resonated with it like crazy, talking about like releasing and surrendering control over things a little bit. And that's how we welcome things in. Once we know like the things that we can control and work on, and we do our work from there, the things that we have no control over, you surrender that to whatever you believe in, your higher power, God, your ancestors, the universe, so on and so forth. When you start to surrender those particular things, and those mindsets and things like that, that's when you are going to be a lot more prone to welcoming in the things that you're trying to manifest. It's law of attraction, essentially. So keep all of those things in mind as well. We have brazen here again. So this is a time to really be unapologetically yourself. Really like just scream from the top of your fucking lungs. This is fucking what I want. This is fucking me. And if you don't like it, fuck you. Just mad F-bombs. Just make all the people who don't like cuss words mad. But I mean, I have a potty mouth, man. My dad's a Marine, right? He's let me cuss when I was a little kid. Be like, Dad, can I say it? Can I say it? He's like, go ahead, Michelle. Go ahead, Noop. That's what he used to call me, Noop. And I'm like, or he still does. Noop is my nickname. He's like, go ahead, Noop. What you gotta say? And I'm like, that fucking girl at school made me really mad and I wanted to beat her up. You wanted to do what? And I'm like, I can say that too? He's like, yeah, go ahead. I wanted to beat her ass. He's like, that's right. That's my Noop. Okay, so what are you gonna do about it? You can't just go beating up kids. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I can't. He's like, well, if she puts her hands on you again, you do what you gotta do, or I'll come up there. And I'm like, oh, that's basically you telling me whoop this bitch ass. Okay, bet. I used to have hands back in the days, guys. All right, I used to have hands, but now I'm, this peachy little, little vessel who gives tarot readings and tells you how to live your life in a more meaningful way. So look at that. Ain't that God? We have grief here on the top of the deck. And so it's giving me this energy of, I've been talking about this a lot lately. The sense of grieving the things that you used to know, the things that no longer, resonate with you, right? Because they don't line up with who you are unapologetically, right? The thing is this, it's like grief is an interesting thing because it's like it's one of those things where it's like, you'll think that you're okay and you're not always okay, or things resurface later and you're like, what the heck? And stuff like that. So it's like, like, what does this all mean? And it could get really confusing, right? So as far as this grief card is concerned, to me, I'm just like, okay, as I read this card, and anytime I see cards about grief, I also feel like, you're grieving this old version of who you were, right? This person who you no longer are. And also grieving the people who you had to leave behind during this part of your spiritual journey as well. So, I mean, some confirmation because I just, did my burp like I always do during readings. Yeah, it's hard because it's like, okay, well, what do I do with this information? But the thing is, you've been doing the work. So it's like, allow this to be your sense of, freedom, this sense of release, so that you can manifest the things that you've been working on, coming into connection with the people you're meant to come in connection with, whether it's romantically, friends, work, whatever, whatever it means to you. Middle of the deck, we have pleasure again. So some of those things that used to be pleasurable to you might not be pleasurable anymore. You've liberated yourself from those things, and that could be something that could be causing a little bit of grief. So and feeling a sense of loss, right? A little bit of, like, dude, am I doing the right thing for myself? Does this make sense? Is this really what I want? I would say for a lot of you, the answer is probably, yeah, this is what I want. Because this other shit from the past, as we saw, was bullshit. And a bunch of dust bunnies and shit. And, then they be trying to come around with their little itchies and scratchies and stuff. And it's like, yeah, no, thank you. I don't think I want that. So, it's like, you gotta do what you gotta do for yourself. So, I'm looking at the number here, or numbers, and we have, it initially was 4 people and 2 likes. Now it's 3 people and 2 likes. But what I was gonna say is I saw the number of balance, but now I see the number of change. Works either way for me. This sense of you guys are balancing your lives. I heard a siren, but no, it's not a siren. Yeah, between you're balancing things out in your lives and you're doing the things that you need to do for yourselves to, really restore, happiness in your life and harmony. You're in that realm right now. We saw that energy show up more than once with this energy of just, balancing yourselves out, coming into alignment, as a whole. Your whole person, your whole vessel, which it would explain why very early on in the reading I was talking about energy work probably being the main premise of this reading. And then also now we have this energy of 5 change, major changes happening in order to be this best version of yourself. All of this stuff is connected, so don't think that any of this is in vain. Everything that's happening right now is happening exactly the way it's meant to. So with all of that said, I hope that you guys enjoyed the reading. For those who end up watching later, I hope that you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm on. Because this is a fun little community we've been starting to build here, and I'm very, very appreciative of those who have been tapping in and stuff. So like I said, I am gonna go live on my Facebook because I haven't done it in a while now. Everybody keeps like, people come to my job and they're like, so when are you going live on Facebook? And I'm like, damn, you've been watching me? I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I am gonna do that. And like I said, for those of you who would like to watch that reading, you can. I don't know what I'm gonna do on there yet. I might just do something similar to this or whatever comes out, but it'll be different energy, obviously, because it's gonna be different people. So, we might get a different message or something very similar to this. We don't know, right? As my girl Lati would say, you gotta, take that old Crisco and put it in the pan, just let it warm up, see where you're being led, right? See what Spirit is saying we gotta cook up tonight. So, and for those of you who don't know my girl, make sure you check her out too, because she's amazing. Yeah, definitely subscribe to her. So like I said, I'm gonna do a live video on my Facebook. If you're interested in that, I'm gonna make sure that is set to public so that anybody could watch. My name is Michelle Renee Fernandez on there. Fernandez with an S, Cape Verdean spelling or Portuguese spelling. So Fernandes, Michelle with 2 L's. Yeah, so I should pop up. My hair is actually straight in the picture, which is kind of different because usually it's a fro. But anyway, I hope to see you guys there. Send me a friend request so you could. You'll be able to watch this. It's private. It's public, or it will be public. But yeah, I love you guys, so you could definitely send me a friend request too. So like I said, I love you guys, and until next time,